Authenticity.
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 Got
Thank you.
it.
When I saw your accolades on the Grammy winning, you reminded me of Gregory Porter. Do you know about how his music or him just at all?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what I love the most about him is his relationship with his musicians. Really special, like a family. I met his drummer Emmanuel Harold, and he really like, yeah, he's smooth man. And I wanted to know a bit more about your musicians because I feel that's it. It's important for you. Is it like family for you? Tell us about just the relationship with the musicians.
Well, I'm very happy to say that we all, at the very forefront of all of it, we're friends and we respect each other. I think that having that relationship within the band allows us to communicate better. It allows us to listen to each other. Because I think if we just came to the music like we're just coming to work or something like that, then it wouldn't be as personal. We wouldn't be allowed to be as creative or as open. So I think at the very least, we've all spent a lot of time together over the past couple of months and we've gotten to know each other. And we've become really, really good friends and even better collaborators because of that fact. So.
The alchemy. Did you meet them at college or after the album drop?
Only one I met in college.
Okay.
And he was a bit older than me. He's a bass player. His name is Mikey.
All right. Hey,
and
Mikey.
The piano, the pianist and drummer, I both met as a result of being in New York and just seeing them play and hearing about them from some of my own musician friends.
All right.
And I just had the idea of wanting to put together a band, where each chair, each role has their own creative voice, and so they bring that into it instead of trying to play a part or
I dig
now
that.
we're going to play behind a singer, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
no, we're all
together.
have a creative voice and we're coming together and we're combining that
Yes.
and we're building a sound together. So
Authenticity. How did you meet them? Was it in open mic night in jam sessions?
The drummer, yes. The pianist, I had actually never met him before we played together.
All right. Okay.
I had heard of him, and his name is Luther. And I had seen some of my other friends playing with him.
Okay.
And honestly, I was just like, let's try it out.
Let's try it out. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. And it ended up working out really well.
Yeah.
He's really. Not only is he a really great person, musically, every day, he's always talking about like a pianist that he's listening to, or music that he's listening to, and
it's the passion.
Something that he's digging and everything like that, which is the same for all of them. But it was nice to be able to take the risk and have it pay off.
I like it. But that is jazz to me. But we're gonna get to this just a little bit after. Talking about this open mic night and jam session when you met the drummer, I was wondering because I saw in a previous interview that you performed your first very original songs at open mic nights, and I wanted to know if you recall the first original song you ever performed on stage.
I haven't recorded any original songs yet.
Yeah.
Mostly because if I do record it, because it's so personal to me, I want it to be, I want it to sound good, and I want it to be the best possible offering that I can give. And maybe that's not the right mindset to have, because I don't know if it'll ever be perfect. I don't know if it'll ever be, but yeah, I at least want to feel good about releasing it to people whenever I decide to do that.
All right. Okay, all right.
Not yet, but soon.
Soon. And will it be jazz as well, or will it be R&B? Because I've seen your thread interview, and you can sing like the So, so would it be still the jazz genre, or would it be anything like? Do you? Yeah.
I don't know if I think in terms of that, in terms of like I want to write an R&B song or I want to write a jazz song. I'm influenced by all of it.
Okay.
And so whatever thing comes out might be a result of what I'm studying at the time. Like if
Okay.
I'm studying, for example, like the arrangements of Duke Pearson or Oliver Nelson. Like if I'm studying how they
Okay.
approach harmony, if I'm studying
Okay.
the sound and listening to their sound, then that's what's going to come out. It's like what I've most been listening to.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I'm mostly just been listening to gospel over the past couple of months straight, you know, just listening to gospel artists and the way that they
Yes.
approach their songs, then maybe that's what's going to come out. But
Okay.
yeah, I think it just depends on what I'm studying, what I'm listening to, with intention.
Okay.
And then whatever comes out comes out.
Sounds a bit spontaneous then.
I like it like that.
All right, I see you.
Yeah.
You know, everybody talks about responsibility or like I don't know, but the fact that you won the best new artist as a jazz artist, even Gregory Porter didn't made it as he was just for jazz vocal performer. And the funny thing is in France there's a lot of debate around jazz, the new jazz, the traditional jazz. Is there was Have to really ask the question, but what does jazz mean to you as a music, as a spirit, and why was that so important for you to sing traditional jazz and not contemporary jazz?
Well, it's tough because there are definitely a lot of sides to what is right and what is wrong. Is jazz a genre? Should we call it that? Is it dead? Is it alive? Is it blah 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 blah
Blah, blah, blah.
And it's just like, I don't know. I think Duke Ellington is contemporary. I think he was writing music way ahead of his time. I think that there are composers today who are inspired by that and writing in that spirit, but with their own added flair and making it contemporary. I think for me, I don't consider myself singing traditional or contemporary. I can only, it's like I'm 23 in 2023. You know?
I get it.
I can't copy Ella Fitzgerald. I can't copy Sarah Vaughan because they had different influences and they were coming up in a different time when music was being created, and so they're going to sing in a certain way and have certain repertoire. Whereas now, maybe there's pressure to imitate that golden age, even though it can never be imitated. And there's
real.
pressure to, you know, for audience sake, you know, to present nostalgia and sing the same songs over and over again because that's what they know, instead of writing and introduce something new. So I think, at least with my place in all of it, I want to write, I want to compose, I want to arrange, I want to, you know, sing and not make new standards, but just write, you know. I don't think that when, like, I'm sorry to keep bringing them up, but like Duke Ellington or even like a Max Roach, you know, when they were writing, I don't know that they were trying to create new standards or anything, but it was just their creative output. You know, they were growing as musicians and their music reflected that. And so all this talk, you know, traditional, contemporary, it's like just listen to music. You know.
Okay.
And
just politics actually.
And it's like there's only a certain amount that you can ask from the public because we're kind of conditioned to put everything into a box. You know, this sounds like this and this sounds like this and this sounds like this. So I understand, but just from the outside looking in, when I first started listening to jazz, you know, obviously I was like, oh yeah, this is, you know, it comes from a different time, different sound, recording sounded a certain way, and standards and songs were different and that kind of thing. But there's been so much history and progress. I don't want to say progress, but just so much has been added to the music.
I get it.